Hello, welcome back to the Minstermen Man. I'm Dan and this is episode 9. It's the FA Cup 4th round episode against Aston Villa, Premier League side where they sit in rock bottom. We are first still in League 1 and I'll show you how things have gone after the intro. Okay guys, welcome back of course, and I've just started not on the home screen today but on Craig McGilvery's screen. Of course, we picked him up for short of £7,000 in the summer from Walsall. Been playing him in all the games basically, and he's done alright for us to be honest. But the contract had a release clause in it of only £56,000. Wigan Championship side picked up on that and have taken him from us, and I think they took him from us sometime in January, and they've not played him. They've played him in 2 non-competitive matches, so thank you, Wigan. Thank you for absolutely doing me over there. Who's their manager? Tim Sherwood. Of course, managed Aston Villa, who will be playing today. Done better. He's a very snidey manager right now, because I'm not happy with that. I'm not happy with that at all. They've not even played. I mean, fair enough if they were going to pick him up and play him, but they've not. We needed that guy. I wanted to just quickly hop into the transfers because the January transfer window is now closed, of course, and I wanted to show you what we've been doing. Not a lot, but possibly a few transfers that we needed to bring in. Marcin Bulka, a Polish goalkeeper, 19-year-old, has been brought in on loan from Chelsea. Now, he's decent. He's not as good as Craig McGilvery, but I think he's slightly better in some areas of his game that I consider important than Kyle Letheran, our backup goalkeeper, if you like, our goalkeeper last season in League 2. He's played some games in the Van Rama National for Accrington, did alright, and he's played for us 3 games in the league, in League 1, and he's conceded none. So I'm very happy so far with his progress. He can't play today because he's not registered for the FA Cup, and it's an FA Cup match, so he ain't playing. Ivan Toney is a striker that we brought in on loan. I've talked about it before. We have Fenwick, and we have Hazeldine, and we have Lyle Taylor, and maybe Hussein Mohammed. Lyle Taylor and Hussein Mohammed often go out on international duty. I think it's under 21 stuff, but they often go out on international duty, which means that we just have Hazeldine and Fenwick. So we needed another striker for when that happens, or just for rotation purposes. We brought him in. We'll probably play him as a defensive forward or false 9 or something. He could probably do a job as poacher, actually. He's just a decent backup for us right now, I think. I've played him. He's come off the bench for us, and we're alright. Didn't do anything, but you're alright. Didn't mess up, let's just put it like that. Jamie O'Hara then is a signing that we brought in on free, and he's alright. He's played a few games in the Premier Division for Tottenham back in the day there. He's been playing in the Championship for the likes of Blackpool, Wolves, Fulham, Reading. He's a decent player. He's taken a peg down. Of course, he's 32, so perhaps that's not an uncommon thing to do. But you can see there his mentals are good, as you'd expect for an old player, and his physicals aren't dire. We're going to be playing him in a defensive, deep-lying playmaker role if we do play him, so perhaps he doesn't need to do so much running about. We tend not to as a team anyway. Hopefully he could do a job. He won't be playing every match. He's not a key player. As you can see there, he's a backup player. He's very much a backup player, but he's definitely a very good one. And the only out was Craig McGilvery, so that's that. The schedule then, guys. So we were last here for the Barnsley match that we won. We won it, and impressive performance, right? Gillingham. So you can see there 2-1 against Gillingham. Hazeldine with the goal at 53 minutes. Aaron Morris puts them back in the game. Not long left to go, but Fenwick, with only a couple of minutes left to go, gets the clincher for us. We beat them 2-1, 3 points in the bag. We go away to Charlton. A few more goals in this match. Fenwick puts us ahead. Liam Cullen gets them back in the game just 10 minutes later. Axel Prauhele puts us back in the game just a couple minutes after that, and then Emmanuel Thomas for them equalisers just a couple of minutes after that. So very, very full-on first 25 minutes there. And then in stoppage time of the first half, Charlton go ahead 3-2. And it's not until come off the hour, come off the man, Max Hazeldine gets the third goal for us and equalises. Nothing happened there and after that, but decent point away to Charlton there. We'll take it. Stoke under-23s then in the Checkatrade Trophy third round. You can see there we've beaten them. We've progressed through to the quarter-final of the Checkatrade North against Everton under-23s, and that's in a few days' time. But you see, against Stoke, we did all right. They went ahead with an absolutely cracking shot from Julian Ngoy. It was quite far outside the box, actually. It was a great strike. Great long shot, and he gets the goal there. But Scott Fenwick straight away with the equaliser. We show them what we can do. We put ourselves back in the game. And Axel Prahowley, playing not as an inside forward on the left, but as a shadow striker in the centre, gets a goal there. Burton then come to Butham Crescent and don't do anything. Nobody does anything. Rigger and Booty, Jack Lee have a good match, I suppose, but apart from that, not much to say about this game. It was a boring game, but a point nevertheless. Away to Bury them 2-0. We finally get to beat them. We didn't beat them last season in the Checkatrade. We didn't beat them earlier on in the season at home. 1-0 they beat us. But now we go away to them and we get 2 goals to their 0. We get the 3 points. Lyle Taylor puts us ahead before the half-time whistle. And Axel Prowley again gets a second half goal. And that's fantastic for him. He's on now a few games where he's actually, see him, he scored there, and he scored there. So he's done fantastic recently. Very happy with that. And then recently against Plymouth. 2-0. Carl Winchester gets a cracking goal out on the wing as he cuts inside into the box, and Scott Fenwick with a goal with 15 minutes to go. So he clinches it because Plymouth had 0 shots overall in the whole match. 0 on target, 0 off target. They had 50% of the possession, but just no shots. I did tweet it. If any of you follow me on Twitter, you'd have seen that. That's the proof. I ain't going to show you the proof now. If you want to see the proof, follow me on Twitter. Link is up on the banner thing up there somewhere. You'll find it somewhere on the page. So guys, we are top of the league again. As you can see there, things have changed a little bit. Peterborough have lost a couple of their last few matches there. They've drawn a couple as well. They've only won 1 in the last 5. They've dropped down to 3rd. They're on 52 points now. 2nd place Rotherham, they're on 53. You got Scunthorpe, Shrewsbury there in 4th and 5th on 51 apiece. It's quite tight up there, and because we beat Plymouth, we did very, very well to get that extra 3 points on top of Peterborough and on top of Rotherham. Anyhow, Aston Villa, they sit rock bottom of the Premier Division. We're up against them today, of course. See, Sheffield Wednesday, they're 9th. They're our senior affiliate. They're doing quite decent for a newly promoted side. Aston Villa, also a newly promoted side. They went up in 2nd place, but they're not having as much success. In fact, they lost their last match, albeit against Tottenham, 6-1. So that's not great. Burnley, they only got a point there. Two losses on the bounce there against Leicester and West Ham. Didn't even score a goal. But a win against Man City recently, so that's decent. But you know, they're not performing very well at all. So this is the side that I'm going to take to Villa Park today. It's Letheran back in goal. Hanley, Thomas, Essam and Rooney. Jack Lee is just not quite fit enough to play. Marsh Brown is going to start on the right. Again, Winchester not fit enough to play. Mafuta, Cavalier, Hazeldine as a shadow striker. Fenwick and Taylor up front. Hopefully it works as well as it did against Plymouth. Okay, so here we are, guys. I don't want you guys to be thinking that we're going to win this match and progress, but what a great episode it would be if we can beat our Premier Division rivals today and progress as a League One side in the FA Cup. So it looks like they're playing quite an attacking formation. They've got 4 guys up front there, a couple of wingers, they've got a striker and an attacking mid. They look quite vulnerable perhaps in the middle of the park, and then they've got what seems to be 4 at the back, but on their right full-back seems to be pushing a little bit forward, maybe filling that gap in midfield or even going further. We are of course playing the formation that you've seen very recently, but perhaps this is quite a new variation of it. Basically, the idea behind it is we give Hanley more space on the left. That's pretty much it. And as you can see there, it's kind of slanted forward. It's almost like an inverted rugby formation going forward. The idea is that Hanley's gonna storm up the left, and you see there Marsh Brown's going to be on the right. Mafuta's been told to get up as well. You've got Hazeldine, who's going to sit just in front or behind him, depending, and Fenwick just in front of him, with Lyle Taylor perhaps, finding that ball if it becomes available, getting on the end of a whipped cross or something like that. We'll see how it goes. I'm not really seeing many other football managing blogs or YouTube channels go for this kind of formation, so it will be interesting. It worked against Plymouth, so maybe it can work, and it worked against Bury as well, in fact, and that's when I started to play it. So maybe it can work against a big side or a bigger side like Aston Villa. So we will going to just try and get some confidence in our players. We need to get them playing I mean, we don't usually play structured as well. We usually play flexible. But assistant manager Steve Torpet, been with him since the conference. So he's told me to go structured, so we will. And we'll just see how it goes, really. Okay, so I've gone for extended highlights. I like to play on extended highlights, but I've been playing on key highlights on camera just so it's quicker. But since we're just playing the one FA Cup match today, I thought, why not play on extended highlights for this match? It might also give us a better chance in tactical switches, etc. Bogger now on for them on the counter, though. Cavalier nicely picked up. He's quite an attacking player usually, but I am playing him in a defensive role. And we're in, and it's Lyle Taylor, and he gets his 12th goal of the season. And 1-0 up at Villa Park in the FA Cup, and I've not put those damn highlights on again, and I always forget to do it. But oh my gosh, what a piece of play that was there. We're in, I mean, it's not even been 15 minutes yet. Lyle Taylor gets the goal for us, 1-0. And you see there, Cavalier picked that ball up from Bogger, I think, or he was actually on the counter. Cavalier now, and it's in for Cavalier, bounced off the wall, 2-0 to York. Cavalier doesn't score many for an attacking-minded player, but today he's having a good game. Like I say, he was involved in that first goal. He picked the ball up in a defensive mid-roll from Bogger, who was on the attack from then, really. Got us on the counter, but he picked that ball up and he pushed it on forward, and it led to the goal. Cavalier is playing in a deep-lying playmaker on defence, and he wants to play as an attacking playmaker or an advanced playmaker on attack. So I'm almost playing him in the same kind of role, a playmaker role, but inverted, playing him at the back rather than at the front. See there, it just bounces off their wall, really. Nothing much. Keeper going the right way, but nothing much he could do after that. So we were playing, so I'm basically playing Cavalier in a role that he perhaps doesn't play in very often. Again, bounced off the wall, quite dangerous that we won the corner, and I think it's working. That's basically my point. It was long-winded point, but I finally made the point. Fenwick now puts it back to Cavalier, wins another corner. I think he's having a decent match, Cavalier. I seem to be saying his name far too many times. Whips it in again. Smithers with save there. Didn't know it was Alex Smithers in the goal. Gill puts it wide for them. Luckily, Letheran hasn't had much to do yet. There have been no shots on target for Aston Villa, so Letheran hasn't had much to do, which is good because if we believe the report on Letheran, he's a good Vanarama national keeper. and we're playing him in League One, and we're playing him in the FA Cup against Aston Villa. So hopefully he won't have much to do. I think our defence is good enough. I think that we are quite solid, to be honest. Apart from that 7-0 defeat, we seem to do decent. Oh, but they're in now. But again, they can't find a shot on target, and perhaps it's due to their poor league performance, sitting rock bottom, that's basically making them a bit nervous in front of goal, a bit lacking in confidence perhaps. But they seem to be having plenty of the ball. Mafuta, which is okay, finds it though, and he passes up to Fenwick. Marsh Brown now on the right into Fenwick, who finds Hazeldine, who's cut through, and he gets a shot, and he could have arguably passed it across to Lyle Taylor there, but never mind. Cavalier. Yeah, he could have arguably crossed it over there to just squared it to Lyle Taylor. It would have been much easier to get a goal from that, but he fancied a goal himself. Didn't really pay off. Lyle Taylor now in though, and he doesn't square it either to Hazeldine. So maybe they're wanting their goals more than wanting the team to succeed. Perhaps I would have liked to get 2 more goals as opposed to 0 goals, just because they fancy their chances. But never mind. I'm going to say, don't think the job is done. Yeah, we're 2-0 up at half time, but we're up against Aston Villa at Villa Park. We're up against the Premier League side, basically. So I don't want them to lose their focus on this match. Gill, they got very close there. Gill or something. That's decent though for them, and they look to be slightly more dangerous now. Smithy's quite far out though, but Lyle Taylor doesn't do enough to put that pressure on him and force a mistake. Fenwick though now finds Hazeldine, who's made a lovely run forward, and he's got plenty of options really. Marsh Brown on the right, can he whip it in? No, he can't, but Hazeldine is there to pick it up, and Cavalier now finds Mafuta. Cavalier, go on laddie, find somebody. Marsh Brown, not a lot of time there, but Aki does. Is he going to get a card? He gets a red card. That's quite good. They were already struggling, but now they will struggle more. Cavalier's in the box. We've got plenty of guys there in the box. Tyrell Thomas does find the back of the net, but he's offside. Yeah, so now they're playing a 4-2-1-2. So they're lacking even more basically, and I think we're going to win. I think we're going to win. Hazeldine, ooh, it's a nice cheeky shot for Hazeldine there. I'm glad to see him taking a free kick, because he has scored a couple of cracking free kicks in the past. Just contemplating doing sub, but Lyle Taylor is in now one-on-one with Alex Smithies, but no good. It's no good. It's no good at all. Gus Mafuta really does need to come off now. I love playing him. I play him far too much for what he's really capable of. But Benny Beningame, come through the Everton Academy. Of course, he can get a game, or get off a game, or get a third of a game, or whatever the maths is. So he can come on. Maybe Scott Fenwick can be switched out. Cavalier is not looking as fit, and we all know how quickly he can get injured. Hanley finds Lyle Taylor now, who keeps it in nicely, but can't find anybody as he squares it back into the box. And I'm actually going to take Cavalier off. He's had a really good match, one of his best matches, I'd say. I'm going to put Jamie O'Hara on, our new signing, 33-year-old, but he can play, he can do a job for us, he can bring some experience onto the pitch to close down the last 20 minutes of this game. Grealish for them though, Vera 2, I think that's how you say it, Westwood, Grealish again in plenty of space, and Letheran does well, and he does well to first of all parry it away from goal, but he does well to chase that ball down and actually get his hands on it, make sure that there's nothing that come from a rebound there. No mistake from Letheran. He needs a clean sheet today to prove his space really in the first 11, because our young Polish guy, who I keep forgetting the name of, is doing a good job for us so far. So Rooney now, Fenwick, tips it, looks like it was to Hazeldine there, but O'Hara with the shot wide. I've got a Lemsip in my cup, if you were wondering what I was drinking. Grealish, I don't know how to say it. Vera 2, Jokic fires it at Letherin, and he's doing very, very well against what you would assume to be decent quality finishing, striking players. Westwood, now with them running completely the wrong way. Oh my god, he's going to run into his own half. Wait, he's ran into his own half there. I think he got the ball at the edge of our box and ran into his own half, literally. And amazing. Anyway, I think we've won this game, guys. It's 2 minutes of stoppage time left. And what do we could do anything now. We're going to bring Tony on. I'm going to let you see a bit of Tony, because why not? He's probably not even going to get a chance to come on, but never mind. Hazeldine doesn't find Fenwick. That's a really poor placed pass. I can't even really tell whether that was to Keanu Marsh, Brown or Fenwick. Westwood, is he going to run back again? No, he doesn't. Passing it around nicely. Finds McCormack in, but heads it wide. They've been really, really unlucky. They've had 12 shots now, Aston Villa, and 4 have been on target. So Letherin has done well there. All of them could have gone in, really. So he has done well. He has made some saves, and I'm very, very happy with him. Grealish with a foul. That's not his first foul either, but still no card for him. Hazeldine plays it short to Beningame. Keanu Marsh-Brown loses it, but hopefully Sam can win the ball back, and he does. Beningame wins it in the middle of the park. Nothing comes of it. It's 2-0 win against Aston Villa at Villa Park. We progress in the FA Cup. This is the furthest I've ever gone in the FA Cup with a League One side or lower. This is amazing. It was really special. That was a special, special match. And if we can perform even against a Premier League side that is in bad form, like Aston Villa, if we can against any Premier League side with a conference goalkeeper, let's just get this straight, right? Letherin, in his team report, says he's a good Vanarama national goalkeeper. A good one. Not a great one, a good one. And he's kept a clean sheet at Villa Park against a Premier League side. He's kept a clean sheet. I think that I'm not being so vocal or loud, but I am quite shocked with this. I did think that we were just going to lose. Maybe it was going to be 1-0 or 2-0 or 2-1 or something. I didn't think we were going to lose badly. But, you know, Aston Villa would have hoped that this was going to be a confidence-boosting kind of match. A win, maybe a good win, and then a progression in the FA Cup. They probably went into this thinking, okay, we're home as well. You know, this could be a good confidence-boosting match. But no. Their confidence is probably rock bottom now. Not only can they not beat sides in their own league, they can't beat sides in League One, it seems. So I am very, very, very chuffed with our team performance there. York beat 10 men Aston Villa, and to be fair, it weren't that they were 10 men because we were beating them before they went down to 10 men. So we basically outperformed them, really, when you know, if you want to get right down to it. We scored 2, they scored 0. As you can see there, we have got some money. We've won some money, essentially. Just under 100 grand, and that's going to go a long way at York City. So thank you very much. Okay, guys, just thought I'd bring you what's happened in the FA Cup. Leicester are through. Middlesbrough beat Accrington, as you'd expect. You've got our result there. Probably not an expected result at all. Cardiff beat Preston. Fair enough. Everton are through. They beat Blackburn. Fulham are through. They beat Wigan. QPR, Reading, knocks out Huddersfield there. Brighton are through, knocking out League One opponent. Sheffield Wednesday may or may not be through. Tottenham through, winning Colchester at League 2. I think they were probably the lowest side in there. Oh no, Accrington. So Tottenham through. Watford beating Liverpool, so they go through, and Man City. I mean, Man City, Tottenham, Everton, and Leicester. How are Leicester doing? Leicester is still doing pretty well in 2019, so arguably Tottenham, Man City, Leicester, and perhaps Everton the big sides left in the FA Cup. So hopefully we won't get them, because it means that we could progress even further perhaps, but I'm essentially thinking we're going to have to meet them at some point anyway. We are now the lowest tiered side in the FA Cup. As you can see there, League One sides dropping like flies, Championship sides even going out as well. We are the lowest tiered side going into the FA Cup draw, which I'm going to see you for in just a moment. Okay guys, we've got the FA Cup draw now. It's for the 5th round, of course. It's got some big hitters in there. Manchester United, oh, I missed them out, of course. I think they played the day before, that's why. But they're also in this draw, so there's some big teams. I mean, in fact, you could argue they're all big teams now. There isn't a club there that I'm thinking, yeah, we'd be alright against them. We're going to struggle now against any of these teams, but it's just nice to have got to the 5th round. Excellent, in fact. We'll stick automatic draw there. Crystal Palace then. Everton. It would, of course, be nice to be home against one of these sides, because it would bring in perhaps some attendances. Man City then. They get ready, and I honestly thought that were going to be us then. Watford. Manchester United. York, we are home. Who are we against? Stoke. Okay then. Not the worst, not the most difficult match there, but not the easiest by any means. I mean, there are a few Championship sides there that I think I'd have fancied a little bit more. But if we hop in just quickly to look at Stoke, 15th in the Premier League then. Not on a great run of form either. And by the time, so they have to play Tottenham and Aston Villa. Aston Villa might be a win for them, so that might put them in good stead in terms of confidence. But they might lose against Tottenham there. They might not be on exactly great form when they do come to Bootham Crescent. Okay, so we have the Stoke match on the 23rd of February. So we've got a few matches to play in between them. We're going to play the Everton under-23s offline. I think we might play the Checker Trade Trophy if we get quite far in it, but I'm more excited about our FA Cup run right now than anything else, and of course our league form as well. So I do want to come back for the Scunthorpe match, because they sit second, and I think by then they might have gone first, with might have leapfrogged us first, or they might still be second, or they're going to be in the top 4 or something, so it is going to be a big fixture for us nevertheless. We beat them earlier on in the season 3-1 as well, so it might be one that we got a chance of winning, I don't know. So we're going to play Everton offline, Northampton offline, Rochdale offline. We're going to come back for Scunthorpe, that's going to be an episode, and then that'll be one episode, and then the next episode after that we're going to do Stoke. Thanks again for watching. Drop us a like if you've indeed liked the video. I've certainly enjoyed it thoroughly against Aston Villa. Fantastic win for us, that progression in the FA Cup. That 100 grand extra cash in hand. That's going to be fantastic for us. Anyhow, give us a comment as well. Just a chat basically. There, it's really nice to just be able to have a little conversation with you guys in the comments box. So drop us a comment about anything, your saves, my save, this save, ideas for things, players, anything, just anything to do with FM or not if you really want, but that'd be fantastic, guys, to hear from you. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here, or you're not new here but you've not subscribed yet. Subscribe, why not? Lets me know that the channel's doing well and it's succeeding the way I want it to. And of course, share this episode, and indeed any episode you fancy, and the channel in general, with anybody that may be interested in this kind of content. And I think that's about it. So I shall see you guys for the Scunthorpe match. Until then, ta-ra.